Huh? Oh, hi. Oh, yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, we've kicked Twitch to the curb. She's not.
I like how I waited till the last number. Like, you're like 5, 4, 3, 2. Is this YouTube?
Where are we on? Are we on Mixer tonight? Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Sleepy Idol, a little bar on 13th and Crenshaw where you can sit back, relax, and drink with your friends and gossip about K-pop. Hello, Jasmine. How are you this evening? How have you been?
Why did you talk like you read off of a script?
Is that what I sound like? Honestly, I was trying to film a video.
Not all the time. I feel like this time you sounded like you just like hello everyone, like you were doing a class speech or something. Like hello everyone.
I think it's because
this is my presentation.
I think it's because I'm trying to be concise. Because last time it was 3 hours, and I was like, I can't edit this, so I'm like, I gotta be sweet. Because I think we have a decent amount of topics tonight too. Although some of them are definitely going to be shorter topics. Like, I'm like, I want to be concise. But I was filming a video this week and I was disgusted with myself because I was like, I sound like a news reporter. Why do I sound like so like, and tonight on da blah blah, like, and I was like, I don't know if it's because I'm nervous because I haven't filmed a video like this in a while, or if it's because this is just how I sound. Because I have heard from some people that like I sound very newscastery. Like, break. Didn't your mom say I sound like a newscaster? One time when we were talking on the phone. But I was like, really? Because we were literally just talking. So I was like, oh, that's weird. But enough about me. Jazz, how are you doing?
I'm like addicted to Elden Ring.
Gamer girl.
Literally, yeah, it's bad. I feel like I am like making myself go through every single task. So it's been taking a long time. I also just, yeah, it's just too much of my time.
Let the people know, what type are you playing as and what's your build? I think those are the questions that the gamers ask.
Whenever Dan and like talk about that, I'm like, I don't know.
I feel like though you've gotten to the point where you're like more knowledgeable. If you guys don't know, Dan and Jay Danny actually has been in chat before, but I don't think Jay has, are our friends, and we kind of play Elden Ring with them. I barely play, but like Jazz actually plays. But you were like, last time we like looked, you were like around the same level as them, right?
When they were playing, I was like, oh, I actually caught up because last time we played together, I was below them.
Yeah, so you're like legit. And you were telling Jay what to do. Other Jay, not me.
At least for the place that, like, because I got something he never got. Because in the beginning, I was going places I think I wasn't supposed to be going. I was just traveling.
I mean, that's the game, right?
Fighting. I guess, yeah. I was like fighting things I know I should not have been trying to fight.
Like level wise.
Like this, and they were like this, and I was just like dying every time, and I was like getting pissed. Like, why am I like losing when I should be winning? Because I'm the main character of this game.
Don't they know I'm the most relevant one? Bound to be. Actually, no. That's basically. I got to the point where I kept dying and I gave up. But you actually seem like you like were like, let me actually try to challenge myself here, because that was just too much for me.
Because like it makes me angry, but I'm like, I have to win now. Like, you can't kill me and then let me. Like, I'm not gonna give up there. Like, no. We'll know that I win. Like, I will be the like Elden Ring master.
I will be the quintessential Elden Ring. Thank you very much. No, that makes you more of a gamer than me, because I definitely am like, I like a challenge, but there's a limit to when it gets too hard, where I'm just like, I don't think I need to play this anymore. That's why I'm obsessed with Genshin Impact, because it's right there where like sometimes I'll get my ass beat, but then I'll know how to like persevere. And so that's like a perfect sweet spot for me, because I'm just like, it can't be too hard. It can't be too easy, because then I'll get bored. But yeah, so.
Eventually some places get easy. Like there was a place I missed and I was playing today and I like went back and I didn't realize it existed, but I was killing things left and right. I was just like, SWAT, and they died.
Because you like leveled up, so you were like stronger this time. Yeah, I love that.
Like I didn't even know it existed. So it was like, I was like, oh, a new place that I don't know about. But I was like, wait, this is so easy. Like the boss in there, I was like, what is this? I like went in so prepared. I was like, all right, if I lose my runes, I have to like get them back. Like I have to think about this. I have to die near the entrance so I could pick up the runes as soon as I got that. And then I walk in there and it's like a freaking one enemy and I'm like swat it a couple of times and then they died. I'm like, okay.
But that's so like, that feels so good because it's like, oh, I'm actually doing something. That's good for me. But hello everyone, welcome. Hello Raul, hello Christine, hello Andre, hello Fortunate, hello Break, how are you doing? Happy Friday everyone, I hope your week is treating you well. Christine says, well, hello gamer girl. Honestly, I don't know why you don't stream because you're so way more much of a gamer girl than I actually am. I'm actually a fraud. I will say that on my chest.
I'm also slightly a fraud because if you see how I play Elden Ring sometimes, I'll just be like, I'll like fight a little bit and then I run around a corner.
That's perfectly fine.
No.
I
don't need people watching me do that though. They'll be like, all right, it's been like 2 hours and you still haven't killed this guy.
That's so true.
It's meticulous work. I have to make sure he doesn't see me. And then I go back in. Like, that's how it works.
Wait, are you a magic build?
No, but I got this bell thing. I like overuse it too much. Like,
it's beautiful.
That's the thing I was trying to get Jay to get. Because I was like, oh, you don't have the bell? That's how I beat this boss. Because I was just like spamming the bell.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get up to them and I swat them a little bit and then I run away and then I do the bell thing again.
I mean, the magic is perfect. I was immediately when I like just started to be like get into Elden Ring, I was like, yes, I'm going to use magic so I can stay far away as possible because I know I'm going to be trash at dodging. That has been like my strategy since I was like 2 years old. Like when I used to play Smash with my brothers, I would always choose Kirby specifically because he can fly away the best. And so like, he was king shit. Honestly, I would just fly away and then I would let each other like them fight each other until like the damage percentage was high, and then I would use that down B or whatever and smash and steal people's kills. Yes, I am I'm a snake. Thank you. But yeah, I love doing that. That's my favorite like strat, just to be as far. I would be very partial in Genshin in the beginning to arrow users because I would just, even if the actual damage was weak, I could stay away and just keep shooting them from a far safe distance. Bada boom, bada bing. I love that. I love that coward shit. It's my favorite thing. But yeah.
I like rogue type characters where it's like they dual wield, which is why I'm like, I guess my build is dual wield, and then I also just use that bell thing. So I mainly dual wield. But I just like that because it seems so cool. But when I become like I'm doing it, I'm like, wow, I hate this because I actually have to get in their face, and I refuse to do this. So I don't know. I fight against myself. I don't know. I'm like, I like the idea, but I don't like the practice.
Yeah. So jumping back in the comments, hey Leanne, best mod. Leanne says, hey y'all, shout out to me for getting the Twitch notification for the pre-sleepy idol stream just in time for the stream to end. Honestly, Twitch is hating from outside the club, and that's why we had to move. I did a bit of like a pre-stream where I did my makeup, and I guess Twitch, Twitch, it's so weird because it's like live streaming notifications should be your bread and butter, Twitch, and yet people are always talking about how they get them so late. They don't get them at all. They get them when the stream ends. And now granted, it was a really short stream. It was maybe like 20 minutes, but it's just like, why is YouTube eating you up with live stream notifications? Y'all should have had that together. Foolish. I don't know who the CEO of Twitch is because I always like to call out Susan because that's my homegirl. But whoever you are, not Jeff Bezos, whoever you are, get it together. So yes. But yes. Also, Andre says, Jazz looking good. I see you did a little bit of an eyeshadow and a lip moment. Can we get the details? Can we get the details of what you're on?
I was like, today I'm going to actually try and put on makeup because I have not put on eyeshadow in months. It's so bad.
And you're so good at makeup, so it's just like, dang.
Going downhill slowly.
Don't worry. You're naturally artistic, so I feel like those skills will probably come back like quickly, even if you haven't.
I feel like you're also artistic, though.
I am. I was about to say something that was okay. I'm not. I can copy things very well, but I think I don't really have the ability to create artistic things.
I feel like that's how I started. I used to copy Powerpuff Girls all the time. It was
iconic.
Very weird. I just like Craig McCracken, who made the Powerpuff Girls. I also used to draw like
great animator.
Foster's Home.
Ooh, another great show.
I tried to like draw like that, like Frankie. I used to draw characters that look like her a lot. It was
Yeah, I guess that is kind of how people develop, but I feel like I can't leave that. Like, I can't get to the point where you start making like original things. It's just like if you give me something to copy, I can kind of copy it. Also, hello Andy, welcome to the stream. I always love seeing Andy's icon because Hirotake is my husband. So y'all are all invited to the wedding. Yes, I'm going back to where I'm in love with 2D characters. All right, y'all. So, this episode is packed. I don't know why I'm being annoying. We have a lot to talk about today. Hopefully I set this up so it's on the right page. But first I wanted to talk with really, really good, like really positive news. A couple quick announcements. First off, the girls. Hold on, let me clear this real quick. Our girls Dreamcatcher got their first win! Oh wait, let me put the topic up. Yes, Dreamcatcher's first win. So yes, I feel like Dreamcatcher is like, at least for fans, like the underdog, the ones that people are constantly rooting for. Like, you know, they're very popular. I think they're very much you know, applauded for their unique concepts and like their music videos and their song styles and things like that. But I feel like it was just a bit of a disconnect in terms of getting them to that point where they're having more mainstream success. So on the April 20th episode of Show Champion, they were able to beat out the likes of Big Bang, Still Life, DKZ's Cupid, IVE's Love Dive, and Shiny Ono from Shiny's Dice to win with their new song Maizan. And y'all put me on to this song, I think on Wednesday when we listened to it. So Jazz, you gotta listen to this song because it's literally insane. So Maizan,
I haven't listened to it.
You have?
I haven't. I don't like that you assumed.
Well, I mean, if you, sorry, let me rephrase that. Let me not come for your K-pop street code. If you have not listened to it, you should listen to it. So it's called Maizan, and I'm probably butchering that. It's a French word, and it means home. And essentially, this is literally like a climate change anthem. Like, it's literally like, save my home in the ocean, save my home in the desert. It's calling out you crusties for, you know, not recycling and shit. Like, it's very much like, we're not playing with the girls. We're trying to get climate change resolved ASAP. So it's kind of
Earth Day. I mean, not Earth Day, but Earth Month.
Yeah, Earth Day. I don't know when they released it. I think they released it like a bit ago, like a couple days ago. But yeah, Earth Day is today, which I did not know. So it's like kind of perfect. But
it's today. I thought it was 2 days ago.
Oh, I don't know. I swear I've been getting notifications for the past like 5 days that it's Earth Day. So somebody's lying.
Oh no, it's today.
Oh, okay. So it's today.
I don't know where I got that from. I swear something said, "Oh, Happy Earth Day," and I was like, "Okay, cool."
You're like, "Okay, whatever." Earth. All right, you're not that special.
I thought it was Earth Month, so I didn't know there was a day.
April Earth Month. I don't know if I've ever heard of April being Earth Month. I mean, maybe. I know about Earth Day because I know, like, when we were like in elementary school, that was very important. You know, we would always do the arts and crafts. But other than that, but I mean, maybe. And this would be perfect, you know, for them to release it during Earth Month. But and if it's not if Earth Month's not a thing, let's declare it. Let's own it. April is now Earth Month, a la Jazz. Thank you for letting us know. So make sure to celebrate the Earth this month. But yeah, but it's very important because it's their first music show ever. And what I think is really cool is that this is their first music show ever since their debut 5 years ago. So in particular, they, you know, a lot of times people do it by days, like their, when your first win happened in terms of days since your debut. And so theirs was 1,924. And I think it's interesting because these days we tend to get a lot of debuts where people are successful off the bat, where it's like literally they're fighting to shave off like, you know, days to be in the single digits and stuff. And I think because of that, people tend to take wins, like first wins, for granted, you know, because we don't often see a lot of people winning. Like, it's kind of like if you take a certain while to win, it's kind of like you're just never going to be successful. So you kind of have to let that go. So it was nice to kind of see, not that I think it's good that it took them so long, but to see somebody who hasn't won, you know, in a while, and it took them a while to get to that point. So yeah, I'm hoping that they have more success. What about NFTs?
What?
I don't know. I'm just saying it's kind of ironic their company is doing something with NFTs, if I remember correctly. Pro Earth, but also pro NFT. Interesting, I guess. That's weird. That's weird of them.
what's bad about NFTs again?
So there's a lot of different things. Yeah, there's a lot of things, but from an economic standpoint, it takes a lot of energy to like generate, I think, the technology that makes NFTs a thing. So like a lot of people are like, yeah, it's as much energy as
just the internet. I'm confused.
Yeah, well, it's
there's
like
energy in a picture.
So I think it has to do the way that you basically are able to get ownership of an NFT. Y'all, please do not come for me, tech bros. Listen, I only watch like 4 YouTube videos, but the way that you keep track of like how you know an NFT is yours is this thing called like a ledger. And for the ledger to keep running, it's a lot of power because it like constantly has to be going. I don't know. Somebody can probably explain this better than me, but I just know like that
it's on a server or something.
Actually, maybe you can explain. You would probably understand it better than I did if you like watched like half a video. Like I feel like you would know.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I just, if it's on a server or something like that's taking up like, I guess that makes sense. Because if there's so many people getting NFTs, that means you have to continuously get more space for those like ledgers, I guess.
Yeah, I think that was it. I have to rewatch it because I watched like about like 3 like hour plus videos on them, and I think, you know, I could kind of comprehend what they were talking about a bit, but it's been so long. So, but yeah, I know it's the environmental impact, and then also that a lot of them tend to be scammy. A lot of them are like, yeah, yeah, and then the art is just ugly for the ones I've seen. Those monkeys, for what? Why do they look like this? I don't know.
It looks like a generated, like an auto-generated like monkey thing. They were just like, all right, this one has a hat. This one has a banana. This one's wearing a tie. Like, it's just like, what is this?
I don't know. I mean, in one of the videos I read, apparently there's like a rhyme or reason as to why they look so ugly. But I forget. I was just like, this looks stinky.
They're so ugly because, you know, they have to be. Otherwise, why else would people buy them?
It's a mess, but that is very funny if the Save Our Earth company is also pro NFT. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Dreamcatcher because it's always just so nice, and I feel like there we go. They have been really, really, you know, sticking to their guns in terms of like having such a unique, you know, sound. So it's nice to see, you know, different type of people be rewarded. So moving on, next on the docket, we have the fact that hold on. Hot issue. So this is kind of more of a sad, you know, we have a positive one with the first win, but then we have a more negative story with the fact that girl group Hot Issues agency S2 Entertainment announced that the group would be disbanding on their official cafe. So on April 22nd, the agency posted a letter basically saying, this is S2 Entertainment. There we go. This is S2 Entertainment. First, we sincerely apologize for delivering this sudden news to the fans who loved and supported Hot Issue. After the end of a long discussion, the agency and the agency's artist, Hot Issue, have decided to disband the team. We worked hard for a long time with the artist to achieve the direction and development the agency had aimed for, but we reluctantly came to this decision. We apologize and express our gratitude to fans who loved and treasured Hot Issue. Sorry, I'm old. Until now, and please support and watch out for the members' future journeys. So just for some context, Hot Issue debuted April 28th, 2021, with the mini album Issue Maker, along with the track Gratata. And they were the first girl group under their agency S2 Entertainment. And this agency, just for some background about that, the agency was headed by HYBE Entertainment co-founder and former chairman Hong Seung-sung. So we have a situation where a group is disbanding not even a full year. They're almost there because it is the 22nd. Full year into their contract. But I don't know. It's always just sad to see. I thought it was kind of weird because I looked and they had, from what I saw, they had decent views. Like, it wasn't like they were totally.
I was just looking that they had like one had like 10 million.
Yeah.
Like another had like 5. So I was like confused.
Yeah, I don't really get it. I don't know, because admittedly, I'm not as familiar with this group. Most of my research was done when this came up. So I don't know, does anyone have any insight as to why you think maybe they might have disbanded? Was there shadiness going on with the company? Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it would have been worth it to try to stay at least the 1 year?
I mean, it depends on what's going on with the company, I guess.
That's true.
Like if they're losing a lot of money, or like they don't have money at all, then it's like, I guess it's time to disband.
I remember, and I don't know how realistic this is, but I remember reading somewhere that apparently it cost $1 million to debut a group. Like, and not even just one that's like a big 3 or something. Like, if just to like get all the training and like stuff for the music video and stuff like that. So I guess like even if they were getting 10 millions of views or whatever, like maybe that still wasn't enough, which is very scary. Like to think like how successful do you have to be a successful group at that point?
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's why I feel like companies are trying to get like already good like dancers and singers. So it's like, okay, let's train you less. So we don't have to spend much money. Please.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the way. And I think that's good, because I think if you come in with some type of talent, you might have more of like a bargaining chip or autonomy, and they're not just like, okay, we're making you from scratch, so we own you and don't expect to get like much back. But if you're like, I can sing and dance and I can do this, maybe it's like better for the idols. But yeah, that's really sad. It's really sad. I guess it's like bittersweet, because it's like, I guess they disbanded early enough, and I'm not quite sure about the members' ages, but you know, they haven't been around long enough, so I think they like have the chance to kind of start new, if possible. But yeah, hopefully it works out for them. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. Andre says it didn't sound like anything shady was happening, really. I guess because you can't really do busking during COVID. Oh, were they like a heavily busking type group? Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. But can you make a lot of money busking? I mean, I guess it's good promo, like singing out on the street. But
I think it's mainly for promo.
Oh.
When they do like busking.
Well, that's
what I would think.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. Hopefully, the members are able to, whether that's like still be in the industry or just, become, more commoners, they're able to, do what they are passionate about. All right, moving. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying, yeah, I was agreeing.
Oh, sorry. So next up, a pretty heated topic for this week, and it was kind of like eating the girls up on Twitter. Everyone was very excited. We had a 2NE1 reunion at last weekend's Coachella. So it all started with the fact that CL, she was actually performing at Coachella as part of 88 Rising's Head in the Clouds Forever set. They kind of have their own stage. So they were featuring like a lot of Asian artists. So CL, she performed a set there on the 16th. And as a special surprise, she brought out the members of 2NE1, or former members of 2NE1, I guess you should say, Park Bom, Dara, and Minzy. And they performed their song, I Am the Best. So this, of course, went super, super viral. I've been hearing like different things, but from what I understand, the last time they performed on stage like this together was in 2015 during the Mamas. And I think it was even like a similar situation where like CL was performing and brought them out. So that would mean it's been 7 years, 7 years since they performed on stage together, I think. So it was a big deal.
It's almost 10 years.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm like, what is time? Like, because I remember that performance, and I remember how like crazy it was, and it really shocked me to read that happened in 2015, because it does not seem that long ago.
Yeah.
Like, time is a flat circle. But yeah. So, Jazz, do you think, first of all, Soewon's, once again, you lost, because where's SNSD? Nowhere to be found, girl. Anyway.
One of them has to be in Coachella, and then they have to like invite the other members.
Listen, we're not asking for a Coachella. We're just asking for a moment in general. Y'all said, y'all said that y'all would still, you know, be interested in collabing, even when, you know, some of them left SM. Where is it, girls? We're waiting. You know what? They need to unbusy themselves.
Just for you. Exactly.
They need to do that. But yeah, so 2NE1 won this round of 2NE1 versus SNSD circa 2012. But yeah, do you think, Jazz, that this might be indicative, like with these, okay, so like I said, when this happened, a lot of people went crazy, a lot of people were excited, nostalgia. Do you think with the, you know, hubbub that went around this, we will see a formal 2NE1 comeback? Not even like comeback, but reunion. Like they're gonna get back together. Do you think there's a chance they'll get back together? Chat too.
Yeah, maybe. Like, are they allowed to?
That was my question.
Yeah, that's my. It just seems like.
Why'd you?
I don't know. It just seems like they're not allowed.
I think. I mean, I had a bit of a conversation about this on stream. I think on Wednesday or maybe Monday, and we did last year. Sandara officially was the last one to leave YG Entertainment. And she re-signed with a different agency. So if the problem ever was that YG was maybe bitter, because, you know, there's been talk, like I feel like they've been open about the fact that, you know, they weren't treated that great in terms of like comebacks and stuff like that. So, you know, a bit of exposing YG a bit. So if it was YG that was the issue, that maybe is not a thing. But again, I would assume YG has like the copyright to the songs and things like that. Although if they're able to perform it at Coachella, maybe it's not that of a tight knit of a thing or whatever. But I don't know how YG would feel, because definitely it would have to be if they promote under 2NE1, YG's gonna be like, I'm gonna need 30% of that or something, like even if they're not directly involved. But I know Highlight, they had to change their name because of Cube. So
that was an interesting.
Very interesting. Would you? I don't know. Is that expected of Cube to behave that way? Because it was kind of like shocking that they were.
Cube.
Yeah, right there, Cube. Highlight.
Cube's the one that messed up Pentagon.
Oh, that's true.
So, and they also don't treat their girl groups. So yeah, it's expected.
Oh, I guess that's true. Sometimes you gotta remember how shady some of these companies are. But yeah, I don't know. It would be nice, but I guess, I don't know. You see how she did release a statement after kind of talking about the reunion and talked about why she brought them out. And I thought it was kind of interesting because it was kind of sad, because she was like, yeah, I wanted to do something like this before it was too late. But she was kind of like, I wanted it to be a thank you to like Blackjacks that have supported us over the past 13 years, you know, through thick and thin. And the way she kind of said that, I was like, I mean, I didn't want to read too much into it because it was a translation, but it kind of seemed like she was like, okay, I did that for the girls, you know, to wrap that up. And now I'm going to be solo CL again. So that was cute for then. But now we do it now. I don't know. It's, yeah. Raul says, too late. What does that mean? I was really curious. I guess she was like, I mean, I don't want to think she meant one of them dying or something like that, because that's super extreme. But maybe... maybe too late, like maybe when they start having families or doing things that would keep them like 100% way away of being able to jump on stage spontaneously with her or whatever. That was the vibe I was getting. But that was kind of scary. I was like, girl, do you know something we don't know? What's going on? Jessica says, I feel like CL ain't done trying to make the solo thing work yet. I feel like the rest of them probably are. That's interesting.
Is Minji done?
I know, like, she has released, I think she released something as recent as last year. Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she's like, her aim is to become like a mega superstar or anything like that. The way that I feel like CL is still like, not that she's like only caring about the fame, but she's like trying to be like big mainstream and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So let me look. So her last song, Minzy's last song was, She had a song called Fantabulous last year, and also a song called Timo. So she has been releasing work. Oh, and she even had Watcha Original? I guess this was a drama, maybe? A show? She had a couple songs she did with that. So yeah, she's been releasing, but yeah, I don't think, just based off like how her promotion's kind of like, I don't know if she's like trying to be like that mainstream success, or if it's more just like, you know, for the fans. But yeah, I can definitely see CL. It seems like CL is still very much trying to, you know, make it work. Andy says, I could see them doing something together again, but it kind of seems like this reunion is maybe the comeback. Oh, okay. IDK what their schedules are these days, but I'd be down for new music. Okay. Yeah, I definitely see that. But there's always like the kind of like, because I feel like people really get hype with like nostalgic things, but then it's like, are people actually going to put their money where their mouth is? Because I always find it really cringe when it's like people are like, oh yeah, this old thing coming back, like we're so excited, but then when they're like, oh, it seems like everyone wants us back, let's drop something. Crickets.
Yeah.
Like
Backstreet Boys.
Could you see that happening to anyone? People giving them cricket energy? No. Oh, okay. Me either, honestly. Yeah, I was gonna say people would stand. But yeah. And lastly, I just wanted to say there was some shadery because a lot of people did compare this performance to when Blackpink performed, I think 2 years ago. And, you know, I feel like there's always going to be a little rivalry there between Blackpink and 2NE1, with people being like, now this is what I want you girl to be.
Why? Why?
I don't know. I mean, it could be like, you know, stans that are just using 2NE1 to be shady towards Blackpink, but I definitely did see that. But yeah, so it was really, really great. If this was just a one-off thing, you know, that's fine. But I feel like with the reaction, they definitely have proof that if they were to come back with something, people would be, you know, depositing their rent checks into Ticketmaster so they could be, you know, first and foremost to see it. So yeah, I feel like, you know, good luck to anyone, whatever they choose to do. And I guess moving on to the next topic. All right, so for the next topic, on the note of Coachella, Jasmine, your girls are really trying to come for that podcast niece title. And I'm not. Because they are the niece. No, I'm not allowing it.
They're already the niece.
No.
They have more music than you pick.
They're not. Do they? They have more music than IVE?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
What? That was a question. I literally just came out like 2 months ago.
But they feel like they've been here forever.
No, it doesn't. That's why Aespa is a podcast niece. And they will always be.
You know, I will say that this was a pretty dope move. Like, if we're talking about, you know, big niece energy, niecery, like they really did this. But yes, Aespa will be performing at this weekend of Coachella. They were basically invited by the same group, 88 Rising, who did TL stage. They'll be going to that stage as well. So they'll be a part of 88 Rising's Head of the Cloud stage, and they'll be performing on April 23rd. What is it? Not even a year into their debut? Have there been a year yet?
A year now.
Oh, okay. Well, regardless, that's pretty crazy. I mean, they've joined some of the most like not prestigious, but like some of the biggest groups. You know, Big Bang was going to perform, but they didn't. You know, Blackpink performed. We have CL. I think Epic High performed, but I'm not quite sure. I think they performed at 1 year at one point, but Jackson. Yeah, Jackson, I think part of the same stage, the 88 Risings group, Jackson performed, and he was wearing no shirt. It was crazy.
It's like crazy at Coachella.
That's true.
The most tame thing.
Were you the one who sent me his new song, or did I send you? I don't even remember.
You sent me.
Okay. That was just like, he was giving Britney Spears like Slave for You. And I was like, oh my God.
I screenshot a picture of his face because he made some type of face that I was like, you know what? No, I won't drag this. I mean, you look good. It was just the way that his face looked. I was like, he's trying to seduce somebody. he's trying it.
Oh, he's 5'9". Okay. Sorry, I was just looking up because I wanted to see what the song was called. But also, I will say, watching that song, I was like, Jackson, very cute. However, his music, it's not that it's bad or anything. It's just that it's very confusing what he's going for. And I get, like, you know, the idea of being a pop artist is that you're everything that you need to be, you know, when you need to be it. So, like, if rap's popular, you go make a rap song. If pop, you know, pop is popular, you do that. If a ballad's popular. But I just feel like if I was his stan, it would have to be like I'm following his music because I stan him, not because I'm like a fan of his music, if that makes sense. Because it's just so different. Like I could not, and I guess you don't have to like everything that your fave comes out with, but it's just like kind of like all over the place. Sometimes I'm like, you made this, but then you also made this. Like I feel like
Papillon thing.
Yeah, Papillon.
He started with that and then somehow ended up with this new song.
Yeah, it's very.
What was that? Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Let me erase
I know
that
where you are.
Let me real quick do like a Men in Black moment. But yeah, no shade to him because I think, you know, that's just probably his hustler mentality. Like, let's try a bunch of different things. Let's get collab with a bunch of different artists. And I think for the most part, it's worked for him, at least from like the perspective of like, I think a lot of people still do check for him, you know, even if it's not their favorite song. But I just think it's like what is that? He did the I Love You 3000. That was like a ballad-ish, a sweet ballad. And then like Papillon. And then like, you know, his most recent song. And then like he did a song with Rain called Magnetic, which was more of like a slow R&B. I'm just like, what is your wheelhouse, sir?
Okay, I don't think I've ever heard his slow songs. I think I always hear like the same type of, like his new song type of style. That's what I usually hear. Like, where it's like, not EDM, but like, I don't even know. It just sounds like that. And then there's the Papillon. where he's just, I feel like a Papillon.
Which song is better? Papillon or Ooh 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 by Luhan? I love how you said no.
I wasn't prepared.
Nope, you already said it.
I wasn't prepared. Oh gosh, I forgot about that song.
That song came out in like 1934, so I don't blame you. Sorry, for context, Luhan.
Like a deer in there?
Yeah, I guess because he's like a deer, like that's his whole thing.
Yeah, Lou deer.
Yeah,
I do remember that, but like still.
But the deer was like threatening our lives. Like it was like supposed to be a thug deer or something. Let me see if I can find this discography. Luhan discography.
Was it Flute? Is that what it's called?
Is it Flute? That sounds familiar, but not that good. No, Lou. It was called Lou, right? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh, it was Lou. Oh, he says something about Flute, right?
Let me look up the lyrics of this masterpiece. Luhan lyrics.
Oh yeah, now blow it like a flute. I knew there was a flute in there.
This is insane. Yeah, I'm just trying to. Why don't I remember how this goes? I listened to this expeditiously. Do you remember how it goes?
Did you know? Oh, I'm listening to it.
I really want to pull it up, but you know how Susan is. Okay.
I'm just trying to get you in the mood.
I'm sick. That song was trash. But it was good. It was catchy trash, I'll admit. And I think I was in love with him at that point, so everything was fine. You know. Hi, Paola. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for hanging out. We did talk about 2NE1. Their little Coachella reunion, and we kind of just came to the conclusion that we think it might have just been a one-off thing. But if it was, you know, we're here for it. If they want to give more, we're here for it. Also, Jadella, thank you coming in with the facts. It was Lou. Bloat like a foo. Hello, Lena. Yeah. So we were just talking about how Aespa is really trying hard to be the podcast nieces by picking this Coachella moment, but
they're already there. They're my niece.
How
you can have the other ones.
Not the other ones.
They have to earn my I don't even know. Auntie-ness.
Authentication.
There you go. That's better. That sounds more sophisticated.
But yeah, I will say though, now, your nieces, you know that they have caught some slack about their ability to perform.
It's Blackpink. So was Red Velvet. And just, cool. They're still like the top, like one of the top groups, so it's like, what are we gonna do?
You're not a bit nervous for them though, because this is like the state. Like, I think genuinely,
what are they gonna do? If Blackpink can do it.
What is going on? Why is Blackpink catching strays?
Because they, like, so many people were dragging the mess out of them, and now I'm like, Blackpink were fine on stage. So, what are they gonna do? Like, I'm so confused.
That's true. That's true, but when did Blackpink perform at Coachella? Because I think it's one of those things that you can only get as dragged as much as your fandom lets you. In the sense that if you have a fandom to like combat every time somebody tries to drag you, then you'll generally be fine, because then it will be like, yeah, you'll get the haters, but then you'll get people being like, well, they actually blah 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 blah. Does Aespa have the fandom to not shield them? But I
was gonna say, do you think that Blackpink actually did bad?
No, I don't think they did. I think it was like, sometimes it was like, okay, this is interesting, but I think for the most part it was really cute, and especially for them, it was very cute because it was like a very freeing type of performance. But do you think that Aespa at this point they have the fans to, if somebody tries to come for them? Because the thing that I'm first going to is the Macy's Day Parade performance. That got a little dragation, but it wasn't that big. And I don't know if it's because not a lot of people watched it, if, people weren't, checking for them in that way at the time, or is it because their fandom was like, nanger, we got a code where they're trying to drag Aespa, y'all get into one Hallyu and clear it. It's like, nobody goes there anymore. As I have went there like 3 times this week.
Wow. Better than me. I need to. Sometimes I tell myself to, but then I'm like, no, I don't need to go back there.
You don't need to poison yourself. You don't need to poison yourself. Andy says BP performed in 2019. Okay, so by then they probably had the fandom that was like ready to shield. Although, I don't think they did that bad.
I also I don't know. They don't seem like they do bad.
Yeah.
There's like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, I can't imagine that they're going to like, unless like they start screeching like monkeys or something. Like, I don't understand what they're gonna do.
Not screeching. Well, that's the thing with Aespa, right? Like, people know they can sing well, but it's just that they lip sync a lot, so people criticize that. Yeah. But it's also like, well, we know you can sing. What was that?
Do people lip sync at Coachella? I don't really know. I don't watch Coachella things.
I don't know. Like, okay, here's the thing. I'm very confused because there's a lot of performances where I'll swear up and down. Like, I think, like, for the most part, like, Coachella is, like, you sing live. It's a very, like, indie people, so they're going to criticize you in that. Mm-hmm. But I've definitely seen performances from more of the more pop main stage people where I'm like, I feel like this part was a lip sync. Even if it wasn't the whole thing, this part particular was a bit of lip syncation because it was just like, they need to catch their breath and they're like the showstoppers. So, but I don't want to, give too much because I know like the Coachella purists will be like, no, or something like that. Or like whatever artist that I may be referring to, you don't know. Will be like, no. So I don't want to say too much, but I think for the most part, it's the idea that you're trying to be live. Like, it's like you're showing your worth as an artist, as a live performing artist. So I would expect, I think, live performance. But yeah. But I feel like their problem was never that they couldn't sing, it was that they just have lackluster stages. Like, the energy sometimes isn't there. So I don't know. I don't know how to combat that.
That's real bad because I think I just don't have the eye to see lacking energy unless you're just standing there.
Standing still.
I feel like the stages are usually they're not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They could be basic, but I've never been like, oh my gosh, like, give me nothing.
Yes, sis, give us nothing.
Like,
that's true.
It seems like they're always doing something, so it's not like I can't imagine it being very bad.
That's fair. I don't think it would be terrible, and I think it will probably be fun. I think we were kind of talking about this a stream or so ago, when we were talking about how like a lot of the time with K-pop performances, people will applaud places like Inkigayo and things like that because they'll have awesome stages and camera work and stuff. And often when like, you know, these same groups will go to like maybe like America where they don't do like the heavy camera work and stuff like that, a lot of people will be like, oh, this sucks, like the camera work sucks, but then they'll also be like, you know, without all that fancy camera work, these stages are kind of boring, or like it's like this stuff is not as dynamic as I thought. And so I feel like maybe that might be a case for them. But I would imagine if their company booked them for Coachella, they know what it is and they're like, we know we have to revamp this, so it will be interesting without the camera angles. So yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
well, it'll be fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. You know, it would have been great if I could also perform, but you know, they're booked and busy. I know.
They're one song?
How dare you?
2 songs?
They're 4 songs. I said 4. They're 4 songs. Thank you very much.
It's 4? I thought it was 3. It's probably 4.
It's
and
well.
That is why they are not the podcast.
Each of their singles has a B-side, so yeah.
Oh wait, what did 11 have?
11 had "Take It." Take it, take it. Da-na-na-na. You're so not impressed. You're like, okay.
I just don't think I listened to it. I listened to the B-side for Love Dive. I don't remember.
They're good. I actually like both of their B-sides. Are they like the most special thing ever? No, but I think they were like very catchy. Andy says, with BP, I remember worrying that their music, which is more pop, wouldn't suit the festival vibe, but what really added to their performance was the live band they had. That's true. A nice live band will make it sound really iconic. So, and we know SM has the coins. So SM, make sure to chill out. Don't embarrass our nieces.
80 Rising would probably help with that. They'd be like, we're inviting you. You got to be on our level.
That's true. That's true. They better not. Yeah. They better pull out all the stops. So we'll be looking forward to that. That is literally tomorrow. And if you guys are unaware, there's actually a live stream. If you like type in Coachella, I'm sure you'll find it, where they live stream the performances. So if you want to check them out, keep a lookout for that tomorrow. All right. Moving on.
Time. What time?
Oh, that's a great question. I actually don't know. It probably will be a bit earlier though. Well, actually, no, they're a pretty big group because I think with Coachella, the later you go, the more iconic you're supposed to be. But I would look it up. I just like kind of follow up. Maybe 88 Rising has like a set list thing. But yeah, moving on. All right. This kind of made, I don't know how heated this was because I feel like the topic kind of got obscured with a lot of people just kind of shutting down the discussion so they didn't get in trouble. But we once again have BTS Exemption news. So if you guys don't know, it's kind of been like a back and forth over the past couple years since BTS rose to like this mega superstardom level of fame as to whether the kind of like strides they're making, their accomplishments, the unique path that they're blazing should, you know, make them allowed to not go to the army. So there's already things in place in Korea where people who reach certain heights in their field, like if like I believe one of them and the ones that are constantly used is like if you're an Olympic athlete and you win gold, and obviously you're a guy, you can forgo doing your mandatory a military service. And so with like the rise of BTS's fame and like oopsies, hold on. With BTS's mega rise to fame, them doing stuff like getting nominated for Grammys, performing at, you know, Billboard Awards, getting #1 on Billboard 100, there's been discussion over the past couple of years whether they deserve to be exempt from the army. Now, they haven't gotten a full exemption, but I think it was in December of 2020, there was a rule that was passed where because of an award that BTS won, they were able to extend their military service to 30. So usually by 28 as a guy, you have to, enroll in the military, like start your military service. But because of this award that BTS won, there's a rule that basically said that if you win this award, you're allowed to push it back to 30. So right now, Jin, that would mean that by the end of this year, he would have to enroll. Enlist. I don't enroll like it's a class. Enlist. So because of that news, there's been, quite a murmur as to, will he go to the army? Like, is there going to be exemption? And I think for the most part, so I don't want to mince anyone's words, but I think a lot of the controversy in this whole entire thing is the fact that often it was kind of seen that, BTS is not that they're not interested in being exempt, but it's like they just want to like be left alone. Like, right, they'll serve, when it's time to serve. There was like kind of accusations that other companies were trying to use BTS and use their like mega fame to get like some type of exemption law pushed so they can then pass that on to the artist under their company. So it's basically like BTS was being used as this front for other companies to try to get exemption for their idols and stuff, but it wasn't really BTS spearheading the discussions or anything like that. They were kind of doing like the flow as is. So with this most recent news, a lot of people were like questioning whether maybe the idea that they weren't interested in exemption was like a false push to try to make them look a certain way. And the thing is, it's hard because there's things that are true and then there's things that the fans take and run with. So they might have said something that was totally neutral, and I tried really hard to look for like a very firm like quote from one of the boys or from the agency that gave like a very clear like stance on what they felt about like serving or whatever. But I think a lot of fans took and ran with like, leave BTS alone, they're gonna serve, it's your faves company that's trying to get like this conversation started so they can hopefully get exemption or whatever. So essentially this all kind of culminates to the fact that on April 9th, Lee Haeun Signs, who is the CCO of HYBE, talked during the BTS Permission to Dance the city Las Vegas press conference at MGM Grand in Las Vegas, and he basically kind of gave some insight into where they're kind of at with the idea of being exempted. And so I kind of already mentioned that, according to the law and BTS's current like situation, Jin would have to enlist by the end of the year. However, apparently some members of the National Assembly have proposed a bill that would exempt male artists like BTS who have had major contributions to national interest from their military duty. And so the CCO said the BTS members have currently left the matter of their military service in the hands of the company. BTS has already conveyed the message multiple times that they will accept the call of duty when the nation calls them, and they have not changed that opinion. However, policy on military service has changed a little, and as the members are experiencing changes to the Military Service Act that they did not expect, they are currently monitoring the situation while discussing the matters with the company. He continued, to put it precisely, the policy on military service is changing, and it's true that the BTS members are having a hard time because it's difficult for them to predict the timing of their military service. Since it's difficult for them to make plans, both BTS members and the company are currently keeping a close eye on the proposed amendment. So I think what kind of took people by shock or whatever was the idea that initially they felt that BTS was just cool with going, and they're like, they're gonna go, they're gonna serve. But then here it kind of seems like, well, if they do exempt us, we might actually consider it. And so I guess a lot of people felt a way about that, because now it's like, before it was just like, it doesn't matter what they decide, BTS is going, like, leave them alone. But now it's like, well, if they're gonna exempt them, like, are they wrong for taking advantage of that? And so essentially it was like a debate whether, if BTS is given exemption, how that will kind of like shake up the industry, and also will they get backlash eventually, even if not initially, for actually acting upon the exemption and not going to the army. Also, if they're not exempted, should they all go together? Should they just do the one by one thing? So, Jazz, I feel like we talked about this a couple times, but what is your opinion?
Just go together, just go to the freaking army, get it over with. They should have just went already, called it a day. Because, like, I don't know, they have so many, like, Western fans, and I feel like Western fans are, like, used to Western artists, and Western artists disappear for 2 years all the time, and it's fine. In fact, this is like less than that. It would be a year and a half. So it's like, release a song, do a couple of recordings of you doing the song, dancing or whatever, and then leave. And then come back a year and a half later and people will not even really notice. I can guarantee the general public will not. So, and then when you come up with a song, then just make it a good one, and then people will remember your name, and that's it.
I think that's fair.
It's very weird to try and ride through this, like, and then try. I don't know. It's just get it over with. I just pull the Band-Aid. That's what I feel.
I can see. I think it's kind of hard because I know, obviously, I'm so far removed from this. I am not a man in Korea that has to serve in the army. But, like, if you were giving me the option, I'll be like, girl, I'm finna take that because I don't want to go. Like, and I know, like, people are gonna be like, you don't understand. I don't understand. I'm fully saying that I don't understand, but I also am saying that I'd probably try to do it. But I think at the same time, it is like a slippery slope because, you know, it's like you guys could have gone. If it doesn't work out for you, then you're going to have to decide eventually. So why not nip it in the bud while you can? I know a lot of people were saying, you know, they expect, maybe, like, I remember I was talking to my sister and she was like, I feel like they probably expected to win that Grammy and that basically to be a closed shut case as something they could use to then potentially be, you know, exempted. And it would have been like, you know, a really quick deal. Like, oh, they won something that nobody else has won, you know, in K-pop or, you know, in the Korean music industry that's considered prestigious, you know, bada boom, bada bang, they're doing things that other people aren't doing. But because that didn't happen, it's now once again up for debate and kind of looking at certain things. But it's kind of like, I feel like it's just like such a trick question because I think BTS, they're very well loved, like they're very well respected, etc., but that could turn overnight on anyone. I feel like just like get in the wrong scandal. I know, like, the first time they get in a scandal, somebody will be like, and they didn't even serve. Like, somebody will they'll literally pounce on that. So it's just like very, like, I mean, I'm just glad that it's not my decision to make because I know as somebody who wants to not have to serve in the army, I would probably act on that exemption. But then as somebody who wants to keep my good grace, I would be like, maybe I just, you know, serve. I don't know. It's hard.
Is there a reason why there's even like a debate? Like, I'm just confused. Just like, why there's even a conversation. It's think, like he's going to be 30. I just find it very weird that they're even trying to, like, discuss anything. It's just like, I get that they're big, but it's like there are other groups that were also big at some point, and it's like they could have said the same thing, like, oh my gosh, they're doing all this, like, but they didn't get that, so they went to the freaking army and they just called it a day. It's just, I'm just confused. Yeah,
I think a lot of that, like, I saw a lot of discussion of that coming up. Like, why is it? Because particularly, and I'm not saying, obviously, BTS is huge globally. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of the stuff that comes up in the discussion when it kind of is saying how they stand out for other previous groups that might have made strides in different ways with, like, spreading, like, K-pop and, like, the Hallyu wave is that, like, you know, specifically their strides in the American market and their success in the American market. And a lot of people are like, well, why is that the level? And it's kind of like, you know, from one perspective, yes, the American music market is one of the biggest markets, like, in the world. But at the same time, it's like, you know, in comparison to Korea, when, like, you know, people like TVX2 were making strides in Japan, that was really huge and stuff like that. And maybe it's just one of those things where, like, nobody ever asked, so it was never up for discussion. But yeah, I definitely see a lot of people being like, okay, so if BTS sets this precedent, then what is it? Everyone who wins a Grammy now gets to get exempt from the, like what is the level? Or is this only like, we're just exempting BTS, all you other hoes cry about it? Like,
It's just like another reason why I'm just like, just send them to the army, because like this is just going to set off
Jasmine says go.
Yes. It's so like, why is this still a conversation like 3 years from like when it first started? Like, it's just, we had COVID, we had all this stuff. Australia was on fire. Like, there's so many things that happened, and they could have just got like, it's so weird that they're trying this hard to just 1.5 years. It's just 1.5.
Jasmine said, get your ass in the army.
It's just 18 months of your life.
But the thing is, I will say, like, I love my freedom and I love the idea. I don't know how strict the army is. I don't really know what the regiment is, but I don't know. I would be kicking. I would be kicking tooth and nail.
In there, like literally, Schumann was in a play. Dio was in a play. China was in a freaking play. Like, I feel like it seems like they have like some, like a little bit of freedom to do certain things. Like, I think Dio was a cook while he was in the army. It's just like very, I don't know. King, of course that. While it seems it is dangerous, I'm not gonna say like, because like there could be like war that does start.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't. I don't know. It just seems like they could have just done it a while ago, and they wouldn't have had to have worried about it.
I think from that perspective, I actually do, like, I do agree with you, because I feel like for me, like, stressing out like what will happen, I think they even expressed that. That's why it seems like they just decide to leave it up to the company, in the company's hands. Like, just being like, okay, do I have to go? Will I have to go? Instead of just being like, that's why I think it's so interesting. Like, somebody like Dio, who went relatively early for like, because he had till 28, but he went earlier than that. And I was like, I can understand that, because it's like, I don't want to guess what I'm going to be doing when I'm like at the cusp and I have to go, and what like opportunities I know. Maybe, I mean, I don't know what kind of was the decision that made him want to go when he went, but it's like, I know I have time right now, so I'm going to take that time and go, and not like, you know, make it a 2 years from now Dio's problem, and trying to figure out how I'm good, because I might have like really good projects coming in and things like that. So from that perspective, I definitely get it. Waiting to see what the fate is, and then having to plan accordingly, you know, if they don't give you the exemption, I feel like that's a lot more stressful than just going and being able to go on your own terms when you've already kind of planned out. Because that's the thing, like when you hit that 30 or whatever, when you're at the end of 30, you have to go. Like, you have to just drop what you're doing and go. And that could be like, you don't know what's going to happen. So it's very, I think from like wanting to have a control over what I do, I definitely see that perspective, like why it seems like it's not the great. Let me jump into chat. Somebody mentioned that ONF from Oh My Girls label, they all went together except the Japanese member. So that was a group that did do the let's all enlist together type thing. So it can be done. I remember a lot of people thought Big Bang was going to do that. Fortunate says true, they should go because all the K-pop boy artists already go. It would be unfair to see other guys that actually went to the army. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about like fairness among groups. Andy says, yeah, the way I see mandatory enlistment from my outsider point of view, of course, is tied to the sense of duty and national pride. So I can see them getting backlash for even considering being exempt. But they kind of do have that situation that like we were talking about, where they have a very big fandom that I feel like will be like, don't you dare try to like, you know, make this like a shady thing. So that might work in their favor. But yeah, I could see people being like, this is kind of shady. Lean says the problem is really vague language. What does contributing to national interest really mean? How do you even measure that? I think it may set a precedent because of the vague language. Yeah, that's true. I think like as much as people are just like, well, why should like a national Olympic athlete get one or whatever? And I think it's because it's very clear what you need to do. Yeah. Get a gold medal and then you don't have to go, you know? I think with this, it's like, essentially beat BTS and you don't have to go. Like, as much as I don't want them to tie it to like a Grammy, because I think that's kind of strange. Even if they're like, if you win a Grammy, you don't have to go. At least people know what the goal is, you know? So they can try as they might. That's really hard. There's something though I don't like about another country dictating who gets to have military service, like the Grammys.
If there's like a music award that was like international, and had like people from different countries, like how the Olympic board is and all that, I feel like it would make more sense. But just being like, well, America said so. So they don't have to go to the war. It's like, oh, not the war, but the army.
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
Like, especially
a Grammy, and not even like America. It's like just a Grammy board.
Yeah.
I don't even know who's on it.
Exactly. I feel like that's giving them way too much power. So if they could come with a more arbitrary, like, global indicator, which is like, BTS is globally popular. Like, if anyone's getting it, I can understand it being BTS. But I think for like posterity and later down the line, I feel like, I mean, I'm not telling them how to run their own country, but you have to have concrete rules, because then it's just like, okay, then how do I know what I'm supposed to aspire to if I want to qualify for this? Like, it's like if it's too vague, like Lean said, then it just becomes like this messy thing. Raul says maybe they'll have some trouble with their Korean fans, but being in the army, but the Western fans are going to be there after. That's true. Yeah, that's what you were mentioning, Jazz, and not being around for a while. Yeah, you always have. Yeah, not even just Western, like global non-Korean fans, like fans, I guess, like that are used live in a society where their artists don't come back as frequently as you see in K-pop. Like, I feel like they're like, okay, well, you know, as long as they have selfies.
Blackpink disappears every 2 years. So.
Yeah.
And they come back strong all the time. Just learn from that.
Blinks are crying inside.
That little meme with the mask. Where it's like a smiley face, but they're like crying behind the mask.
Yeah. Scout says, hello Scout, welcome to the stream. Says the Grammy board's egos would skyrocket. Oh my god, imagine.
They're like, oh, so we have this much power. You thought we were going downhill. We're all the way up.
Like, imagine if they're like threatened by BTS, they're like, let's not let them win, so they go to the army. Like let's I want Billie Eilish to win this year. Or I have a boy group that's upcoming that I want to dethrone BTS, so let me like throw that.
They're like a secret auntie in there, like, oh no. I heard BTS doesn't, like, their music isn't written by them. I don't know who said it, but you know.
Take that as you way. Maybe they need to go to the army to figure it out. Like, that would be so shady. Andy said, you mentioned this earlier, but why is the US the precedent exactly for this? If K-pop group, yeah. And I feel like that's the thing that people are making as a head scratcher. Like, I get it from like, yes, US has like the biggest music industry, but also it's just like, it's so very finite, I think. Like, being like, specifically, if you get these high marks in the US, then you pop in. So it's very strange. Raul says BTS has to win X Factor, American Idol, The Voice, Eurovision, get a Grammy, and they can be exempt.
How are they? Wow, just getting into Eurovision, I'd be like, wait, hold on.
I was gonna say they have to change their citizenship. They have
dual citizenship. Suddenly they're like, all right, we're actually from Russia. I mean Germany or whatever. One of them.
But then if they lose their citizenship, then they won't have to serve. Maybe that's what that one guy tried to do, right? Oh, no. Yeah, they said your ass is not coming back in the country. Actually, that one guy.
We're now American, actually.
That's cute for you. Don't come back here, actually.
They also went AGT, America's Got Talent.
Oh, God. They're like, can you beat the 8th ventriloquist and the 10th quick changer? God, that thing became so stale. And then they always give it to like some 60-year-old boy who sings country, like is always like the winner of it. Like, it's the most basic person. I'm like,
America's Got Talent. No singer has ever won. I don't think.
Really? I thought like maybe they just get popular.
Yeah, they, especially the little kids singers.
Yeah, it's like, no, thank you. But yeah, it just seems like this will be a back and forth until the first person enlists, and then it will be, because I feel like they won't do a thing where like one of them, like imagine Jin enlist and they're like, you know what, BTS doesn't have to enlist, so Jin has to do it, and the rest of the members.
That's how you know. That's when it's clear who the favorites are. So he like leaves. The next day they're like, all right, so you guys don't have to actually go. It's like, but Jin just left, and it's like, nah, he's already there.
Just let him finish up. I'm sure he loves it. Please. Yeah. So yes, we'll be keeping our noses on this news to see how it develops. Again, I think Jin was born in
92, right?
92, but month wise. So like, what up to what month does he have? Or is it just in general to the end of the year? I'm not quite sure. Because I know a lot of the male idols will announce like the month of their birthday. Oh, okay, so he literally has the full year. So we'll see what happens. All right, moving on. So this was such a cute little topic that you sent me, Jazz, but it was announced this week that one Lee Haeun would be joining SM. So this is really, really like, what do they call it? The senior citizen discount, if you know who she is, because I feel like she's been around for so long. And like the average, like, you know, stan who maybe started standing like 2020 might not know who she is or why this is relevant. But on April 20th, it was announced, SM Entertainment announced that they had a new contract with Lee Haeun and shared with SM's systematic training support. She's expected to further grow her outstanding talent and infinite potential to become the next generation K-pop artist. So if you guys don't know, she was born in 2009. So she would be 14-year old right now. And she kind of debuted, I guess. This is what this article is saying. But she kind of made her first appearance on the variety show Star King, which is Star King even around anymore? I don't know. But she would come on there and dance as like a 2-year-old, as like baby Hyuna. And so she kind of been like, because she was like cute. She would go on variety shows and things like that and dance to different idol songs. You guys probably have seen in 2017 and 2018 of the Melon Music Awards. They used her dancing as the way to present the nominees for the Best Dance Performance Award. So that was really cute. So she's been around. She's, she's with Red Velvet over there, but she's known all your faves. Apparently, one Do Kyung-soo had said that he hopes to see her in SM when she was a little baby and she had some interaction with EXO. So I was like, wow, this 14-year-old is living my dream.
He's psychic.
Yeah, he's psychic. He probably penned the deal. He was like, all right, I get 50% cut. No, he's not like that. All right. He would have not taken a cut. But yeah, so her at 14 years old now is ready to join the trainee world. 14. 2009 makes you 14. I guess that's Korean age.
Exactly. Wait, no. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I was like, 2009 doesn't seem like it was that close. Wait, everybody needs to calm down. When I saw her age, I was like, oh my gosh, she's like 10. Yeah. Yeah. Everything stopped at 2019, so she is 10.
That's true.
I'm 25, she's 10. We're all just
I'm 22.
No. Anyway.
You're right, I'm 21. Anyway, but yeah, the thing is though, she has like, even before part of this, SM signation, she's been doing her own thing. She has her YouTube channel, she's released songs, she does videos on there. I think she has like upwards towards like million, I think it was like a million plus subscribers on her YouTube channel. And I actually thought that was really cool because one of the things that I feel like always put people at a disadvantage when they sign with labels or debut is that like they're coming in, we kind of talked about this before, coming in as a trainee that has no bargaining chips. But since she's been slowly building her repertoire, I would say even as like a trainee contract, she might have actually been able to pull some things because like she has like literally a successful career already, is known, has people checking for her. So like, she could go elsewhere if she wanted to. So I think that's kind of cool. Like I would love to see what her contract is, I guess you should say, just to see like how it differs from like the standard trainee contract, and then when she debuts how that differs, because she has some stuff going for her.
I wonder if she's gonna be like a boa type. Is that like she's the one, she likes boa, right? Or she likes somebody.
Does she?
In SM. I think she like is a fan of somebody in SM.
I mean, if she likes boa, the taste, she snapped. That was a good role model. Go
also,
ahead.
she the one that was in the Zimzalabim thing?
She was in Zimzalabim?
Like, like they did like a Red Velvet did like a whole entire like they were in like a stadium, not a stadium, like a gym. Mm-hmm. And there was a little girl that started doing the dance in the front. Like she did like part of the song, and I was like, who is that?
Oh,
I don't know who it is.
There's a video. Nahan, Red Velvet, Zimzella, but yeah, it looks like she was in it.
So that was her. I did not know who that little girl was. I was like, she's good. I was like, who's that?
You're like, okay, move. Next to Embryo. But yeah, very cute news for her. Look forward to seeing her. It's always cute to like, you know, see people who've like been around for a while, you know, finally like settle down into an agency or whatever have you that they want to do, honestly. Hopefully Susan doesn't get me for this, so I'll just mute this. I'm gonna show her Zimzella Bimp video. A little bit of teasation.
Yeah.
This is so cute. And she's the main. She's literally in front of Wendy.
Yeah.
That's really cute. Wow. Yeah, and she's been doing this for so long.
She's been a sign.
Yeah, right? She's like, want to take your spot, Guardians?
Kick out one of the girls. Like, one of you gotta go.
She's like, yeah, your time is up, girl. Your time is up.
I was trying to pick one, so now I know who your least favorite is. It was a trap.
No, listen, I can explain. It's because Yeri, you know, she joined later.
It was the last one.
She's like, Yeri, your time's up, girl. But yeah. So we're gonna
do younger ones. Right.
Yeah, they have to refresh them to bring the age down or whatever. But yeah, I really don't think. Yeah, okay. If anyone's prepared for a debut, it is her. But I really hope that she spends a good like 2-3 years as an actual trainee, and she'll be like a mega trainee because it's just like she's been doing it for so long. She knows all your oppas and unnies. So yeah, good for her. I'm jealous that she got a little shout out from Dio though. When will I? Oops. All right. Next up, we already talked about them, but we're talking about them again. BTS comeback news. So BTS is coming back, which means we already know who's gonna win Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year.
You gotta ruin my night. Like, it was a fun night, and now.
Oh God. Listen, Army, I'm happy for our boys to win everything. Listen, come subscribe.
I'm happy for them coming back. I'm just not happy for that. I need variety.
No, you saying it'll ruin your night. I'm screaming. All right, so on April 17th, 2022, BTS uploaded a video to their YouTube channel, Bangtan TV, called BTS, parentheses, Bangtanso년단, We Are Bulletproof. And so the video is basically like a compilation of, you know, different clips of them performing throughout the years. But then at the very end, it had this screen with the date 6/10/2022, and that was followed up by an official announcement from Big Hit, their company, on Weverse, essentially confirming that they are coming back with the statement, hello, this is Big Hit Music. BTS will be back with another new album on June 10th, 2022. Details on their new album will be provided in a separate notice at a later date. We look forward to your love and support from BTS's new album. Thank you. So I believe this is significant because I know they debuted in June. I don't know if it was exactly, let me look it up. BTS debut date 2013, but I don't know if it was exactly on June 10th. I know it was in June. Okay, wait, somebody's asking. Okay, it was June 13th. Okay. All right, so it's a bit of days off. They kind of flopped in that regard. No, I'm just kidding.
Next year, give them a break.
Listen, I have to put my foot down so people don't think that, you know, I stand too hard. I have to be partial. But I did see some things that apparently this comeback will be called Dream, which a lot of people are kind of connecting that to their song No More Dreams. So think it might be like a full.
Sorry. No, continue. Sorry.
Might be. Listen, Army, I love my boys, and I love them so much. And if you love them, click subscribe. And go to my Twitch channel and click subscribe.
I love them. I think it's the whole connection stuff is just like.
I have to admit, one of the things that kind of had me tap out of the BTS fandom, very. Like my like when I was an extremes fan, like when I was a stan, was the fact that I could not follow the theories. So I feel like I could not connect to like half what the fandom was talking about.
when you're talking about the book, they're like Dante's Inferno or something. I was like, or whatever the heck book was. I think Blood, Sweat, and Tears, whatever album that was.
Oh, Diamante or something. It's like, that's Sweetie's real name. I don't know, but it was something.
I honestly was like, yeah, that might be it. Honestly, it was just a book that I was just like, why did you read this specifically for this? For a 3, or I guess it was like a 7-minute video or whatever, because that video was too long. Like, Blood, Sweat, and Tears was too long for no reason. Beautiful, and like it was beautiful, but it was just like, come on, guys. Weird for the song. I love the song. I don't need the cuts.
Army, I loved every moment of it. Did I read the book? No, but I read the Tumblr theses. All right, the Tumblr dissertations. I was there, and I didn't understand a thing.
That's more than me. More than I can handle.
But yeah, so I guess, I don't know. I remember there was like a notice that apparently the K-pop industry will take note to when BTS comes back so they can avoid it. So I'm guessing June is going to be more or less cleared in terms of comebacks. So BTS will have their moment to shine. But I'm excited. I'm excited for a new song for them. I'm hoping it's leans to, in terms of sound, leans towards dope, but I know that won't happen because that would be going backwards and they don't want to do that. But
also,
yeah,
it's called Dream, so I'm hoping, if anything, with a name like Dream, it's like Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
That'd be nice.
If
I really did like that
type
era.
of sound, I will be all for it. I do not need On.
Yeah.
I do not need
Black
Dynamite.
Swan.
Oh my god. On and Black Swan are like brother and sister.
They're cousins.
I do not need.
I don't hate Dynamite, and I like Project. Is it my favorite BTS?
Dynamite's not terrible. I just don't. I'm tired.
I'm
tired of Dynamite
popping off
butter.
But yeah,
because they're basically the same song, and it's just like, you already did that twice. We need to move on. Like, they did it twice in 2 years. It's just, come on. Just imagine.
When the armies come for us, please, pray for us.
Not even a bad comment because it's the truth. It's just like with what is it?
Does she run?
We out it.
Oh yeah, Up and Down. When honestly,
they did that song 5 different times.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we gotta stop it. It was great the first time. Innovative the first time. Second time, I was like, oh, you know what? You're bringing it back. And then third time, I was like, all right, take it back. And keep it.
Enough is enough, actually. Yeah. I'm a hypocrite, though, because I was like, as long as you acknowledge that this is the same song over and over again, I'm cool. I was getting my life. Let's see. The Real Nicole says, I don't even follow the theories. I wonder if BTS even knows the theories. I think that was a theory within itself, that at one point they were just letting the fans, come up with whatever they thought the plot was. I remember there was this one thing where they asked Jin if he understood it or something. He was like, no. And it was really funny. I mean, I'm sure it was a bit tongue-in-cheek before the armies dragged me. But yeah. The trophies are already made. Honestly, I'm not surprised if they already get
BTS.
If they get BTS insert album name here. But yeah, didn't they technically change their name to Beyond the Scene? What happened to that? I think they backronymed it to mean that's what the acronym means, I guess, now, kind of on an international thing. But I feel like people just call them BTS. I mean, ain't nobody trying to say it behind the scenes. Big day for annoying people. Scout says, let's hope that it's not Permission to Dance 2.0. I feel like I'm really by myself.
All that to go. Permission to Dance is not a terrible song either. It's just, I don't need that. We need to take that, keep that in that little time period, and we look back and we're like, oh wow, that was a great time. Now let's move forward. Or we can go backwards beyond that time period and go back to dope.
That's just our crack dream. That's our pipe dream. That will never happen. But yeah, honestly, I don't know. I'm very much Permission to Dance. I thought it was cute. But do I want another Permission to Dance? I guess not. So The Real Nicole says, BTS 2015 to 16 was peak for me.
When was that?
I Need You Run era. basically both the most beautiful moment in life era. Andy says, Jazz the Firecracker, cream cheese, and License to Tango Auntie. He said, I will have none of it, actually. These songs are subpar.
Don't. I'm over it. We've moved on.
That's true. So let's all, get in our little prayer circle. Hope that, this is going to be a really, really nice song. It's not going to serve Dynamite or Permission to Dance or cream cheese. And moving on. Or what? Or on. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. I don't need that again.
I feel bad for not liking that song because it is kind of cool. Like the choreography, but I just was not feeling it in any other circumstance, which I feel bad about. But speaking of comebacks, another very popular and beloved boy group is coming back, and this one is particularly interesting because people were wondering if we'd actually get like a proper comeback from them ever since it was announced that they left their former company. And of course I'm talking about not BTS, GOT7. It was announced that GOT7 will be having a comeback in May. So if you guys don't know, like none of them are under JYP anymore, their original company. They've all kind of went on to do their own things under their separate companies and things like that. But they did say upon leaving the company that this is not the end of GOT7, that they would come back together and promote as a group, even though they are kind of doing their separate paths. So I feel like every time a group says that, I'm kind of like, okay, sis. Yeah. It's just like,
what subgroup is this, or are they actually going to do this?
Exactly. Someone's, once again, you're losing. Someone's 0. Agase is 1. But yeah, so it was really nice to hear, and pretty recently, after leaving the company, that they actually are having a comeback. And so apparently it's going to be a full group comeback in May, and they've recently started preparing for their promotions. And the production of the song is said to be nearly complete. And then again, for context, this will be GOT7's first group release in 14 months, as the group released their song Encore in February of 2021 after they left JYP. So what are we looking for, Jazz, as the resident Agase? I'm a fake Agase. I'm a Agase for looks. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Though they're very handsome, I do like their songs. Let me stop. Somebody's literally gonna write a think piece about how I'm like a fake whatever. Yeah, Jazz, what are you hoping to get from this comeback?
Well, you brought up a song before the stream that I totally forgot about until you started singing it. Like if you do, I think it was.
Yeah.
That, if they do that type of style, I will be all for it. All for it, because that was yeah. That was 2015, right? That was like during their peak.
I hope not, because that song does not seem that old to me. So, if you do.
Yeah, I'm like looking it up. 2015. Yeah, it was Mad Winter. I was like, Mad, like, just anything from old? Mad. Mad 2015 era, that was like peak for me. Like, they can go back to that and listen to anything. But
that was a good era.
One? I think
Just Right. They won't do that, but like, I would love that.
That was also Mad. That was.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Yep. Good era. Good for them.
Yep. That's why I'm like, go back to that, and I honestly would listen. I would. Even their newer ones were pretty good. Even though I stopped listening as much, I'm trying to remember which one I liked.
Hard Carry. Hard Carry.
Hard Carry. I was gonna say. Hard Carry.
Chat, what do you guys think? Go now. That was the weirdest. I don't even know what that was, but I loved it. What was you guys' favorite GOT7 eras? We have Scout saying "If You Do." I like that one song where the what is it when they're in the shiny silk clothes?
That's what I was trying to find. I'm like, because that was like one of their newer ones.
Yeah, I really liked that song.
Lullaby?
Lullaby, yes. Loved it.
Yeah, Lullaby
Jin
was
Young
good.
looked bone apple teeth in that.
You his chest. His chest was just out there.
Wait, was that where his chest was out? Listen.
No, it wasn't like out, but you were like, it's just like so big.
And I'm like, oh.
Just slap me with it.
No. Lawsuits. Oh my god, Lean says this cat comeback seems like it was done for tax purposes or something.
Was it bad that I was like, is this for like promotion? They're like, okay, gotta get back in so that people know I still exist.
Well, I will say, what is it? Well. Yeah. Although Yugyeom and JB were kind of abandoned by J Park because he's not the CEO of their company anymore. I don't know if they're both under JYP or AOMG, but yeah, he left. Yeah. Wow, that's really cute that they both went to AOMG.
I know Yugyeom is.
Yeah, I think JB might be under like a sub label, like Higher Music or whatever. But I mean, J Park done up and left.
Sorry. Yes, come to my team, but also I'm leaving right now.
Sneaks out the back door. But yeah, everyone has good taste here. We're seeing lullabies, girls, they
love me. That was some styling pieces.
Jackson's head thing. That was
his
tragic.
hair is just like
if I seen that was what they had prepared for me, I'd be like, I actually quit the group. Stop playing with me.
They probably were like, all right, don't look at the mirror.
Just go and
we're gonna do your hair, and you'll see it afterwards.
Oh god!
He had a heart attack, but he was like, hey, "Show me the paycheck. Show me the paycheck before I get on that stage." And
then he sees the paycheck, and he still has a heart attack. He's like, "Oh no!"
They're like, "Oh my god, start fanning him."
Oh god. Ooh, A. That was a cute one.
I was gonna say that.
That's a very cute one.
I feel like people forget about A.
Yeah. Was that one first or was Girls first?
Girls was first, and then I think A was their comeback.
Ah, what a cute
and then Hajima.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
That was a good song.
Oh, okay. I am not a fake Agase. I loved their songs. I loved Hajima. Hajima. That was such a good ass song. Okay, yeah, I'm an Agase, so don't come for my Agase card.
Oh my god. I like how you took it away and then you're like, all right, but like honestly, why would you do that to me? Who told you?
Christine brought up, remember JJ Project Bounce? Shake it for me. That was a really good song.
That was their comeback too. I was just listening to that the other day. When I was like, which way to go? Like, what was it called? Why can't I remember?
I don't think I listened to it, so.
It was like their, like, the only comeback that they did, like, a couple of years ago. It was like a more acoustic type of sound, and I liked it a lot. It's from verse 2.
And every day.
Tomorrow Today.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Nail Ono. That was. Yeah. I don't think I've ever listened to that one. Gosh, 5 years apart.
It reminded me of like 2000s, like. I don't even know. What kind of music is that? I guess soft rock? I don't even know. Like the script. Like that type of music.
I have to listen to it. I didn't know they had a song like that. I don't know why I kind of clocked out of that comeback. I liked the JJ Project. But yes, so overall, guys, we're gonna, since this is a Gase Standing podcast, we're going to keep an eye out for this comeback news and hopefully they surface with a bop. All right, so for the last topic of the night, we're talking about another, I would say they're another contender for the podcast nieces because they're kind of already serving and I already like a lot of the members. And they're actually already showing signs of success despite the fact that they haven't debuted yet. And we're talking about Lee SSERAFIM, which is the news source group that's coming out. We talked about a bit of a controversy they had with one of their members, Ikaram, and it seems like for the most part, HYBE is sticking with her. It seems like they're kind of like
Young of the group.
Yeah, basically a modern day Taeyong. But they're sticking with her, so you know the debut schedule and announcements are going on. as I guess originally how they wanted to proceed. But they're already making waves in terms of like actually moving units, because I feel like that's always the thing. It's like you can get the hype, you can get the trends, stuff like that, but can you actually move units? Can you actually get your song on Melon? And it's already looking good, because it was announced that after 7 days of their first mini album Fearless being available for pre-orders, they've already surpassed 270K in pre-orders, and a lot of people are predicting that it will hit 300K. So people are interested in this group. And I know a lot of people are going to say Sakura, you know, she comes from a like fandom culture. Well, she was in IZ*ONE, obviously. And so was Chaewon. So I guess both of them were in IZ*ONE. But particularly Sakura, she had a career that was heavily like where she built a fandom that buys a lot of albums. Because I know that's what everyone would say with IZ*ONE when they got good sales. They'd be like, oh, it's just Sakura's fans like buying all the albums up. All these girls are irrelevant or whatever. But
like all the other groups that came from that show just also had
apparently that's what the girls wanted us to think. Not putting, you know, her album, her fandom did move units, but like that got old fast. But yeah, so they're already hitting those numbers, and they were just announced, and you know, this picture alone is serving. I don't know, they might write. What are you thinking? Are you excited for them? Do you think that this is a fluke? Do you think they're actually going to be the next It Niece, or what? Nation's Go Rope.
I was a little sad because everyone's doing this type of thing where it's like dark clothes, I'm hot. So I'm kind of like, okay, we're going with that. That was my first thought, and then I was also like, I don't like their outfits. They look kind of just but I do like the posing of the picture. I like that type of, I don't know, it reminds me of like the Beatles crossing the street type of thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I want to hear what it's like. I'm just praying it's not like a mix type of situation. So
the nieces that never were. I'm just kidding.
We revoked their card before they even had a chance.
I feel bad for saying that. They don't need our approval. They don't need our auntie approval. It's fine. And mixed in.
I was listening to that like recently because I was like, I listened to, what was it, Luna? You remember that they had some song? It might have been their last song that was like a little crazy kind of sounding.
Paint the Town?
Yeah, it was a little weird from what I remembered. But when I listened to it again, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. But then I was like, maybe NMIX wasn't that bad. Like, so then I listened to that again, and I was like, no, this no, like this. It just gets me on the second verse. It's like that should have been the song, and then they should have deleted the other song that they tried to mash together.
I feel so bad. Honestly, I feel bad.
And hopefully they're not like that. That's all I have to say. Hopefully they don't get that type of music for themselves.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm hoping it's giving very, I think like the look is giving me like a vibe that I will like this music. I feel like they might rival IVE a bit. I feel like they'll maybe cross from like the image it's giving. I feel like they'll maybe cross. I mean, IVE definitely skews a bit younger, but they're a bit more saucier, I think, with their songs. And like from just like the pictures, I think maybe they could be like musically an IVE rival or something. But like so far, I'm really liking it. You know, these numbers are freaking crazy. So hopefully, you know, they have the music to live up to it. But yeah, I'm just excited to see like the lineup out of the girls that I actually am familiar with. That's already really strong. They have a lot of star power. People are loving, I forget the member. One of the members is making a lot of waves, and everyone's like, oh my god, she's so pretty and she has such an aura and things like that. So it seems like Source Music was able to put together a pretty powerful group. I know they're sick that Minju didn't join this lineup. Minju was like, okay, girls, I'm gonna go act. They're like, no,
Minju should have done it. Then I probably would have looked at this and been like, oh my gosh, everything's amazing. Minju's in the center as she should. I don't know. They're probably gonna bang it out. Like they're gonna be the top girl group by the end of this year. I just anticipating it. But she's not there. So
Oh, Kazuha. Yes, Kazuha is the member that people are like, oh, she's eating no crumbs left. And she's not even one of the formerly known. I think I actually,
I'm gonna be honest, I can't tell the difference between them in this picture.
I feel
Besides, I think, was it Chowan? She has short hair.
Cheon? Yeah. Hold on. I think Kazuha.
I can't even pick out Sakura. Is she the one that's like?
Sakura is the one with the little cutout in her dress.
Yeah, okay.
It's given Forever 21. But her makeup, I was thinking about that, and her makeup, like, I don't know if it's the makeup style or the hairstyle, but she actually looks a lot different, like, with the styling they're giving her. But yeah, it's Chaewon, Sakura.
She looks like the other one that's like in the front.
That's Yoonjin.
Okay, and
I have to get to know the newer girls. I have to admit, I think
one of them looks like Zui, whatever her name is. Zuyu. I've never said her name.
Chewy from Twice.
Yeah.
I always pronounce it Chewy. But
Chewy?
yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Chinese name's so interesting.
I think seeing the Hangul spelling of like Chinese names is very interesting, like with how they spell it, like because that's usually where I go. If I don't know how to pronounce something, I'll find the Hangul.
Renjun
from
Dream and Chenla. I think they say it all differently
from how it's spelled. Yeah,
and I'm like, this is confusing me. I don't know why you say it like this, and I don't think it's right.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Well, this is how it read the Hangul. If anyone comes for me, like, I would love to know how to pronounce it correctly. And funny Andy mentioning that Kazuha is a Genshin character, because that's what first came up when I googled her. But that's what she sets her goal. She's like, I want to become so popular that when you Google Kazuha, you get me instead of the guy from Genshin Impact. But yes. Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. Do they have the potential to take that podcast niece throne? Only time will tell. All right, so that's it. But of course, reporting live, it's the Shoe. I always forget to ask you if you have one.
I don't have much. I mean, I don't have much that's specifically Schumann, I guess.
Okay. It's an XO wide thing?
Yeah, because they're doing the XO ladder thing.
What's that?
Like, they have like a show where it's like they do like it's like a ladder. Like, have you seen the ladder game where it's like it gives you
like Chutes and Ladders?
No, it's like there's like lines. There's like a number of lines, and I think it's like the number of people playing, and then there's lines connecting those like vertical lines, but they're okay. So there's vertical lines. Sorry, let me start over.
I'm like
vertical lines. Mm-hmm. And it's like the number of like people I think play.
Like how you, and it's like a choosing thing. Yeah. Like it's so how you select.
The whole season is like them using that to choose what they do and whatnot.
Oh, that's interesting.
This is the third season. They've done it before. They did it like a couple of years ago with like the whole group. Then I think it was a CBX. And then this time it's just whoever is there. So like Sehun, Kai, Shimin, Suho,
Tio,
and Dio.
Oh, okay, I'll check that out. I think I saw a teaser for that like a while ago. I think we maybe even talked about it, but I'm such a fake stan that I didn't follow up on it. So, but that's good to know. I think they're the best when they're like together in that like variety format. Like I feel like it makes me nostalgic for like NCT.
Oh. Nostalgic for a group that's still there doing things.
I meant to say whatever that Rewind 1994 thing was as a joke, but I forget what it was called. Too many numbers.
90s love?
No, it was like the thing where like they would like, I don't know, recreate like a music video, but for some reason the NCT was there for no reason, and like EXO stands were like,
God. I blocked that from my mind. What is that?
The betrayal.
Or something?
Yeah, too many numbers. I was like, too many numbers.
And they didn't even sing all the songs. Sometimes it would be like Jaehyun singing. I would be like, who?
Foolish.
Schumann's in the video. Let him sing the song. Luhan's in the video. Let him sing the song. Like, what are we doing?
It was very much. Yeah.
Luhan was like, wait a minute, hold up.
That's why he left. He was through. And I will not forget that y'all didn't give enough votes or whatever, so Chen's music video couldn't even get released or whatever that thing was. Y'all did Chen, and that's why he left y'all. He left y'all for his wife and his baby.
He didn't leave. He's still there. He's coming back. Don't try and manifest this. Like, we already lost Lay. I mean, we lost him one. But we officially lost Lay.
The XOLs are going to come here and take our stand cards away. Don't do this.
No, we understand. We've been through it.
I might become a KyoungSiple, though, exclusively.
Please no. I've been scarred from those, because they used to hate Schumann students and Schumann in general. I'm like, you thought that was Schumann singing? Oh my gosh, your ears need to be cleaned. Like, how dare you? What?
It is so
literally it sounds like sometimes they do sound the same. Not all the time. I didn't like, we're not saying like, oh my gosh, Schumann can take Dio's freaking main vocal card. Like, no.
I feel like I'm opening up a wound.
I'm sorry, you did. Because they're full of rat. They would. One Hall, and that's why I don't go on One Hall anymore. And that is why.
Oh, what a toxic ass site. What a toxic ass site. But I guess Stan Twitter can get worse, because at least there's like someone who will like ban you if you do too much on like those type of forums. But in Twitter you can basically death threat somebody.
Come back.
Hmm?
They would be like on One Hall they would get like banned and then come back.
Oh yeah, with a new account. Yeah.
Like call me. It'd be call me too. Call me super. Call me whatever. And we'll be like, what is this? Why is she coming back?
Oh,
with the same freaking icon?
At that point though, it's like you kind of have to look into yourself. Like if you got banned from a forum and you keep coming back, we need to get some therapy involved, some touching of grass, incorporated into your daily routine, because at that point you need help. Like, it's not that serious. You got banned, you abused whatever rules, so leave. But it's crap. Well, I feel like that's a good update that they're all together on a new variety show. So make sure to check it out, or we will ban you from the podcast, because EXO are our forever boys. All right, guys. So I think it's about time we wrap up the cast.
Jung Jae in it.
I canceled him. He got a bit of a cancellation. I am not at liberty to say why. Huh?
I thought you guys were gonna say he got a bit of cancer.
Oh my God! Was like, imagine me smiling and being like, he got a bit of a cancer. So that's my update. I am insane.
He's gotta go.
I am unwell. But we'll talk about that. I have to get the tea first, and then I'll tell you guys why he's canceled. I can't believe this is the man. I have to go back to Dio. Wait, do you know?
No, I'm about to look it up. What's his name? I already forgot.
Oh my God, did I not go over Gong Yoo? Oh my God. Oops. Okay, so the Gong Yoo thing, I got a little confused, and I ended up cutting it from the lineup, but it basically, there was a post saying that apparently he had shaded a drama that had low ratings. But then I read an alternative translation that translated as him cheering on the drama. So let me
drag down on you,
right? Because the thing is, I was kind of confused because I was like, Gong Yoo of all people shading a drama, like I feel like this should make more waves, but I was having trouble finding the like an article. But then I read this other one where people are like, oh no, he's not shading it, he's trying to bring attention to it. So essentially the article was called My Liberation Notes, and the original thing, and maybe I was playing myself, because the original thing that translated that he was being negative was from Netizen Buzz, so maybe I was a fool. But then, yeah, so the one that I got from Netizen Buzz, and let me just bring it up so y'all know that I'm not coming up with this myself. Gotta give credit where credit's due. Gotta give credit where credit's you and me. Hold on. Okay, so the one on NetButt said, Gong Yoo pokes fun at My Liberation Note's low viewer ratings on SNS post. So apparently he posted to his official Instagram, and the video, it's saying that he's making fun of the drama for suffering from low ratings. Okay, this is from Sojang, which I think is a YouTube channel that's known for stirring shit, so maybe that makes sense. The video talks about a post Gong Yoo made about the drama My Liberation Notes, which is currently recording at 2% viewer ratings, with the caption viewer ratings ? Don't long for it, which is a parody of one of the lines in the drama. Netizen found it problematic that he would point out viewer ratings on a drama already suffering from low numbers when he, as an actor himself, should know that it could only kill the morale of the drama team. So that was how this article interpreted it. But this other one from Epic Stream interpreted as Gong Yoo promotes My Liberation Notes, urges fans to watch JTBC K-drama amid low ratings. And so here it reads, JTBC's new drama, My Liberation Notes, is experiencing low ratings despite featuring some of the best actors in a compelling life story. Thankfully, Gong Yoo comes to the rescue and promotes the show, which is deemed effective. My Liberation Notes is still ongoing. Okay, let's see what he says. The series, okay. Where does it say what he says? The Silent Sea Star promotes the series to his 3.3 million Instagram followers in a couple of posts. I worship you, he captioned his first post with a photo of the show's official image. This phrase is an iconic line from the K-drama itself. He then talks about the show's low ratings in his next post. He told everyone not to focus on the numbers and encouraged them to watch the series themselves. Viewer ratings, don't chase after that. Give it all. To me like a warrior. Explode the love, he said. So I guess it was like a translation.
Look how they cut out
the rest of
the whole entire 2 other sentences. They were just like, whatever. Just that first part, though. Shade. Cancel him, please.
The thing is, I would be like, it might be 2 different interpretations, but I'm pretty sure this... Ugh, that sounds awful. This particular YouTube channel they sourced it from is known to be kind of shady and kind of shit stirring for the most part. I guess likes are, you can't see dislikes, but I think this was the one that got in trouble for like spreading crap about like other artists and things like that. I'm not completely sure because unfortunately I'm a flop, so I'm not in the know of the know when it comes to like YouTube. Like there's like a new crop of like YouTube K-pop news reporters, and some of them are a bit, on their Perez Hilton era, where they're just saying anything for clicks and stuff, and some of them have gotten even sued and stuff. So, but if I would have known that from the get-go, I'd be like, oh, maybe I'm double checking this source. But yeah, I took it out because I couldn't find like a third, like I wanted to find a couple more sources that talked about the issue before I reported on it. But that was basically what it was, if anyone was interested. Oh, I guess it's a drama channel, is what people are saying. Oh, dang. So Netison was sourcing drama channels now? Girl, you fallen. Remember when you used to be the source? Well, not really. They would just translate. But yeah. So I think it's about time we wrap up. Once again, I want to thank everyone for hanging out at the Sleepy Idol. And I would like to, real quick, turn you guys' attention to my Twitch stream. Because we do a lot. I noticed not everyone's over there. And we do a lot of K-pop stuff there, too. Including this week, we reacted and gave our opinions on some of the Queendom 2 performances. And so the ones that came out yesterday, we're going to do that. Wrap that up next week. We also listen to music over there, chill, have fun, play games. I play games with Jazz too, so if you want to see more of her over there, we are in the process of playing Takes Two.
I don't even know what's happening.
I was thinking if we start back up, we might have to start from the beginning, if that's okay with
gosh.
you. That part, like what was that part that we were getting our butts handed to us? The lunchbox, the toolbox one.
Oh,
that was so hard. Yeah. So if you are interested, did I pay it right? Go ahead and give me a follow on Twitch. Just so you know, when we go live, we have a lot of fun over there. We talk about a lot of different things. It's a blast. Jazz, any last words or anything you want to promote to the people?
Actually, I don't know if I already said this. I might have a while ago. But there's like one boy group song that I am obsessed with. It's a very...
Oh, was it the one you sent me?
Yeah, it's by this group called Tan or something. And I think they just debuted. And I was like, this is like the best like boy group debut that I've heard in a while. It's called Doo 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 Doo. Doo 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 Doo. Yeah, Doo Doo Doo.
Can you link me to it so I'll pop it in chat?
Sure.
Oh my god, I saw the picture again. I'm sick.
But
we have some stands.
It's such a good song.
Tan.
Like, I don't know what it is. It just reminds me of like not older Kpop. Well, I guess it is older now, but like it reminds me of like 2010s, like early 2010 songs.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And there's been like, it's been a while since I just like found a random group that I was like, oh, this is kind of a bop. So yeah, so check out Tan, check out me on Twitch, and I guess we'll see you next time on the Sleepy. I
don't know what I was about to do. I was like,
wait, maybe I shouldn't quit. That's kind of cuter. The Sleepy. I know. See you guys. Thank you for coming out. Bye.